Upon opening the door, the mother-in-law hugged Jess tightly, inviting her to feel at home. With a friendly smile, and believing that this was the best place to live, Jess and her husband headed to their room, where Liam promised that from now on they would be a real family. However, little did she know what was to come. The mother-in-law welcomed Jess with a warm hug, inviting her to feel at home. With a humble smile, Jess walked Liam to their room, where he closed the door and hugged her, celebrating, "Here, Jess, we're finally a family." At dinner, the mother-in-law indicated that they should not sleep late the next day, as Jess would need to help her prepare breakfast. "We have a big family," she commented. "It is clear," agreed Jess with a smile. Liam's family was truly large, consisting of 4 brothers, a sister, Liam, and his mother. Liam's father built a spacious house before leaving, ensuring that each member had their own room. The story begins with this welcoming setting, showing the family dynamics and Jess's expectations upon joining this big welcoming family. When Jess and Liam decided to stay there, Liam said, "The house is big, there's plenty of room for everyone, and you won't be bored while I'm at work." He clocked in shifts at the wood processing factory, about 5 kilometers from the municipality. The money was good, so they decided that Jess wouldn't work outside the home, dedicating herself to creating a cozy home for her little family. Their decision had the full support of Liam's mother. The mother-in-law, Anna, had a classic view of the wife's role, taking care of her husband. For her, that meant preparing a hot, delicious dinner, keeping the house clean, and being a caring wife. Liam was the financial provider, ensuring comfort for the family. Anna, the mother-in-law, knew what it was like to work tirelessly taking care of the house throughout her life. In the morning, Jess woke up early, as promised, and helped Anna with breakfast. After saying goodbye to her husband, who left for work, she took over washing the dishes. Soon after, he left for the rooms, made the beds, did a general cleaning, and organized the clothes. In the middle of tidying up, her mother-in-law entered the room unceremoniously and issued the order. "When you're done here, clean the other rooms too. Then start preparing lunch because when Eloise comes back from school, I want her to enjoy some soup. Hot immediately. School food is just snacks, and that won't please my girls' taste buds." Jess realized that rest was not an option after completing her morning chores. It was clear that she needed to lend a hand with all the other household duties. After all, Anna was the matriarch of Jess's new family. In the morning, Jess took the lead, being the first to get up and prepare coffee. After saying goodbye, she dove head-first into cleaning, cooking, washing clothes, and ironing. Anna, in turn, limited herself to giving orders about what Jess should do, like a commander delegating missions. In one of those moments, Anna asked Jess to collect everyone's clothes, including the boys' sheets, creating a mountain of clothes for her to wash. When Jess decided to innovate and use the washing machine, Anna made sure to stop immediately. "What happened to you? This thing is so expensive, we only use it for specific clothes. Plus, we need to save electricity. It doesn't wash clothes properly. It's more reliable to wash with your hands, it's not difficult. I washed it with my hands all my life, and I'm not tired of it at all." Anna expressed her firm opinions about Jess's choice, imposing her traditional view on domestic work. Every day was a sequence of orders for Jess. Cleaning Mike's room, who, by the way, often ate in his room, leaving crumbs everywhere. Plus, there was the task of washing Arthur's work uniform, which hadn't seen a washing machine in 2 weeks. And it didn't stop there. Jess also had to wash Leone's pants, Eloise's blouse, and prepare the room for Arthur, who had a meeting scheduled. Jess was like a squirrel in a wheel, spinning all day to meet the demands of her new large family. Anna, the mother-in-law, did not contribute anything. She would simply leave after giving orders and spend the day talking to her neighbors. After a few months at this pace, Jess wasn't happy about agreeing to live with her mother-in-law. It's better to live in a warehouse or a dorm than to go through this, she thought wistfully. However, she couldn't risk complaining to her husband. Liam could tell something wasn't right with his wife. She was losing weight, becoming paler and more fragile. As soon as he got home, she was already exhausted and ready to sleep. "What's going on, Jess?" He tried to get her to share, but she just shook her head and replied, "It's okay. I'm just getting used to my new family life." For Anna, there was nothing extraordinary about it. In the past, women were in charge of all domestic work, and complaining about this part of married life was considered a sin as long as the husband did not drink and struggle to bring home money. That was what mattered. On one occasion, an accident at the factory caused Liam to be sent home early. He was happy to have the opportunity to spend more time with his wife. Going to the store, he bought a cake and a bottle of champagne, returning home full of happiness. However, his joy turned to surprise when he didn't find Jess at home. "Where's Jess?" he asked his mother, standing by the fence. The answer came bluntly, "She's in the river." Liam thought she had gone for a walk and decided to follow her to the river. There, he found Jess on a rock by the river, rinsing clothes, with 2 huge basins full of clothes beside her. Liam exclaimed, "What's going on here? Why all this mountain of laundry? And why the hell aren't you using the washing machine?" Jess got up, walked over to him, and, bursting into tears, laid her head on his chest. Worried, Liam hugged her, urging her to tell him everything she was holding back, and his wife spilled the beans. The enraged husband declared, "Let's go." He threw the sheets into the basins, placed them on a cart, and they both ran back to their mother's house. Eloise was already back from school, glaring at Jess next to her mother. Firmly, Jess stated that there was no reason to complain, as she did not marry a rich man to hire a maid. Anna replied serenely, "This has been the case all my life. A wife must take care of her husband and his family." Liam indignantly retorted, "It's not the 17th century anymore, and I don't want my wife to sacrifice her health serving my lazy relatives. And why the hell won't you let her use the washing machine?" Anna blurted out, "Do you have any idea how much electricity it uses? And, by the way, I'm the one who pays the bill." The argument got intense. Liam's brothers, who had returned from work, got involved, and no one wanted to lose the maid. Everyone chose to support their mother, but Liam was unwavering. "My wife won't be working for you anymore. Luckily, my father shared this house, I have my share, and that's why Jess and I will have our own place." He turned to Jess and warned her, "If they hurt you again in any way, let me know immediately." Jess happily responded that she would, but the joy was not complete. She was free from household chores, but the constant humiliation and accusations persisted. They mocked her, criticized her cleanliness, claimed that she didn't know how to set the table properly, and insisted that she was not allowed to use the washing machine. "The machine is ours," the mother-in-law growled angrily. "You've disconnected from our family, so don't use our things. And be thankful we let you use our dishes." Jess was unfazed by only having to take care of her own responsibilities and those of her husband. It was certainly calmer than dealing with the demands of 6 people, but his calmness only fueled the others' anger. On one occasion, Eloise carried a bowl of washed sheets to hang in the yard. After Jess stopped doing household chores, her mother forced her to take on all household responsibilities, which created resentment in Eloise. That day, Eloise pushed Jess, who lost his balance and fell from the balcony. The pile of wet sheets in the basin collapsed on top of her, and Jess passed out after feeling a terrible pain in the pit of her stomach. Waking up in the hospital, Jess saw Liam by her side. "What's happening to me?" "It's all right now," her husband said in a trembling voice. Liam then mentioned something that saddened Jess. She was pregnant, but the fall resulted in the loss of the baby. The doctor assured her that she could still get pregnant whenever she wanted, and Liam leaned over to hug his wife. The couple moved into a rented apartment after the hospital, and Jess soon got a job at a local library, although she only worked there for a short time. A new phase of marriage, full of peace and joy, began for Jess. At the planned time, she became pregnant again. Liam and Jess embarked on the journey of building a house, and when their daughter was born, Liam's family no longer lived with his mother. They couldn't take being commanded any longer, and as soon as they got jobs, they decided to follow their own paths. Despite this, Liam and Jess remained in regular contact with their mother, sister, and brothers. However, the birth of her grandchildren did not affect Anna in any way. She had no intention of babysitting for them, maintaining her confidence that her treatment of her family was correct. Jess never depended on her mother-in-law as she got enough support from her parents and received the necessary care and love from her husband.